Grand evening. Hi, my name is Leonard Munson, the psychic astrologer. My website is readingsbyleonardmunson.net. The weekly overview: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, from May the 1st to May the 8th, 2025. Let's talk about your career and employment and the changes that's happening in those areas right now. This is a collective reading, so take what you need and leave the rest. Aries, your solar sun is in the second house. The second house is Taurus. Its ruling planet is Venus. Taurus deals with work, finances, love, and possession. All right, now Venus is in Aries. Venus has just left Pisces, so it went into Aries. So the changes that you've been thinking about making with Venus in your sign, it's time for action. Let's not think about it. Let's move forward with your action. Aries represents the beginning of the astrological wheel, so it's time to make a movement. And you might be making some kind of movement connected with your voice. You might be in a career that has something to do with using your voice as a singer, a motivational speaker, an instructor, and also anything to do with the beauty industry. Skin esthetician, hair, makeup, anything to do with the luxury things, anything to do with manufacturing of luxury items, or being a craft person making luxury items. Anything to do with communication, directly or indirectly. Anything to do with technology that connects other forms of communication with other people. So it could be computers, computer programming, it could be AI, different systems that you want to set up to make things move here. Mercury in Aries, anything to do with transportation, mechanical things, anything to do with writing, publishing. Again, public speaking, anything to do with investigation, research. You might be working in these fields, or you might be going back to school with something that's connected with this field. Anything to do with children, daycare, open up a daycare, instructing children, tutoring, extra curriculum activity, anything to do with arts and entertainment, painting, drawing, things in that area. Anything to do with languages, teaching people other languages. Anything to do with higher education. Anything going to higher education or getting a higher certification in the field that you are in. Anything to do with emotional, helping people to get rid of emotional trauma, whether through childhood trauma, family trauma, etc. Psychiatrist, counselor, therapist, life coach. Anything to do with groups and organization that's helping people with less fortune. And working in an organization and provide resources for children, adults, and senior citizens. Anything to do with helping people to address their intimacy issues. Helping them to get the blockage away. Things in that area, Aries. So these are careers and employment that you are in, or you can go and make some movement to go further. Leo, your solar sun is in the 10th house. The 10th house is Capricorn. It deals with health, work. No, it deals with employment, success, prestige, and moving up the ladder. It deals with government, corporation, father time, karma. So, Capricorn, its ruling planet is Saturn. So there's some emotional issues here. Anything to do with healing people emotionally. Again, emotional issues that's harboring them are keeping them down. So a psychiatrist, a therapist, counselor, a life coach, psychologist. Again, the sun in Taurus, anything to do with your voice, singing, public speaking, addressing these issues. These are good fields that you are employed in, or you can get another certification in there. Anything to do with transportation, mechanical things, anything to do with public speaking, writing, publishing, investigation, research, advertisement, anything to do with beauty, skin, herbs that's helping your skin, herbalist, anything to do with luxury, anything to do with finances, anything to do with possessions, building materials. These careers is good for you. Children, daycare, tutoring, arts and entertainment, drawing, painting. Anything to do with foreign language, teaching people how to learn a language. Speech therapists, people have problem with tongue tardiness and stutter. These are areas you can go into. Okay? Anything to do with emotional issues, anything to do with thinking, intelligence, anything to do with groups and organizations that helps people who are in a dire strait, anything to do with intimacy, helping people to release the blockage that's causing them not to be intimate, okay? The next sign is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, your solar sun, is in the 6th house. It's Virgo, health, work, and service to others. Its ruling planet is Mercury, okay? Anything to do with using your mind, your intelligence, numbers, organizing, doing things in a methodical way, okay? And health, anything to do with your voice, speaking, speech therapist, public speaking, anything to do with all forms of transportation, mechanical things, publishing, writing, speaking, advertisement, investigation, and research. Anything to do with all forms of technology that deals with communication. Anything to do with banking. Anything to do with work. Anything to do with luxury items, or the luxury industry, or the finery industry. Leo, anything to do with children, daycare, tutoring, arts and entertainment, drawing, painting. Anything to do with higher education. So some of you will be going back to school. Anything to do with learning a language, or teaching people language, travel agency, or a tour guide, things in those areas. Anything to do with emotional issues, trauma, psychiatrist, therapist, life coach, counselor. Anything to do with groups and organizations that's helping other people that's less fortunate, okay? Setting up appointments, or working in those areas to nonprofit, things in those areas. Anything to do with intimacy, showing people what's causing blockage in their intimacy area or in that health area. So they might have erectile dysfunction for men and the women. So using herbs, some kind of therapy that will help them. These are all careers that you can go into. And anything to do with higher education. So some of you will go back to school for a higher education. Some will have a higher certification of what you're doing. Okay? So these are the employment that you're in these fields. Some of you will get a raise. Some of you will change jobs. And some of you will go back to school to enhance the career that you have with the certification that you have at this time. So this is for Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. These are careers that you might be in, careers that you will go in, and careers that you will change and be in these careers.